Hello, you lovely, beautiful, successful, gorgeous, lovely, upstanding people. How are you? If you are new, hello and a massive welcome. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe. If you didn't like this video, then thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate you all the same. If you're returning, I love you. I love you, my guys. I love you, my supporters. Thank you again for tuning in. Today's video is going to be a very short one, and it's going to be some tips and tricks that I've discovered along the way of my life. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it. The first tip and trick, you would have seen me do this on my makeup, which was this one here, I'm shooting this video straight afterwards because, you know, again, I'm a little bit behind. I've got the day off because I'm going out later on, blah 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 blah. So I thought, you know what, bang it out, people, just bang it out. Okay, tip number one, to get an airbrush soft look. This is a tip that I have picked up somewhere and experimented at the same time. One brush, your foundation brush, your fixing spray or a primer, and or your foundation. Now, usually if I sometimes use a liquid foundation. If I do, I will spray this brush. One pump will do. I did it 3-4. This is video gone. I've done 3. Don't ask me why I did 3. It was too wet. Yeah, so do one pump or maybe 2, depending on how much spray you get in it, but 1 is enough. And then you put a little tiny drop of your foundation, and then what I will do in circular motions, I will start working it into my face, and I will just blend it out until you get a really nice airbrush look. If I need to add more, I add another little pump, and then I'll do the same until my face is covered to the desired look. If I'm using a stick like hair soap, I will go and I would put the stick on my face, as you saw in my video, and if you haven't, I will leave a link for you to check it out. And with the exact same routine technique, I will spray the brush and then I will just blend out my foundation. On that one, I did do 3. I was just getting excited for no reason. I don't know why. And what I found, I get a smoother finish, I get a more flawless finish and an airbrush look, and my face looks fantastic for it. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, sticking with makeup. Again, I did this in my last video. Sometimes you want a nice lip, and even though you are using nudie colors, peaches or pink, soft purples, those type of colors, or even soft browns, if you apply their lipstick on, whether it's with a brush or just straight from the stick, you just find you got a bolder lip. You know, the lip is quite full of color, especially if it's a very good quality lipstick and it has a lot of pigmentation. But sometimes I want a soft look, I want a softer lip, so this is how I do it. Whether you are using a pencil or not, it doesn't make any difference. If you're using a pencil, still draw your lips, you know, use your pencil with your lips like you usually do. That's fine, you don't have to be soft or anything, there's no technique to that. But what I then do, and this is where the technique comes in, I would take my lipstick and I would dab it on my lips. I would not go like that, I would just dab it on there like that, just like that. Yeah, and then what I would do is I would get my finger, maybe the one usually next to my little finger, it doesn't matter what finger you use, but I like to use this finger, and I will go and I would dab it with my finger and I would just fan it out like that. So it's almost like I'm spreading the colour. So when you dab it, you don't put too much, you just put a little bit, and then you can always build it up, and then you just do like that, and the same for the top lip. And then if you've got a pencil as well, it blends nicely with the pencil. So as you can see, I've got a purple pencil here and it blended in really nicely. It gives my lips such a nice soft look. It's not too harsh. And again, if the colour's not strong enough, or if I want a bit more, or if I'm out during the day and I'm gonna go out during the night, I can actually apply the lipstick on top. So it gives me a slight 2 different looks. Okay, that's tip number 2. Tip number 3. This is what I discovered actually very recently, as in a couple of days ago. Now, you know, I love my skincare. I'm very much into my skincare. So I bought the got Skin Active Garnier Aloe Vera Cleansing Milk Face Wash and the toner. I've been using it, just using my hands and stuff. Great, love it. Then I bought a manual facial brush from Primark. Do a pump, so at night when I wash my face, I use it, you know. But anyway, in circular motions, I've been using the brush, you know, to get the dirt out. As you know, cleansing wipes, cleansing milk, whatever you use is not enough to take out the dirt. If you go and take your makeup out and it takes a lot of it off, And then sometimes if you go and get a cleansing and you put a toner and you put it on a cotton, when you do a wipe, you will still see some makeup. People are like, what, but I've washed my face, you know. But when you use a brush, it really gets in the pores, it really gets into your skin, and it does remove a lot more. So that's why I use it. So anyway, I've been using it, but lately my face was a bit dry. So when I was going home, before I came home, I washed my face with just some water, and I was like, it was really dry around here. My face was so dry. So at first I was thinking, okay, am I not using enough moisturizer? Or, you know, obviously the weather's turned really, really warm, and maybe it's like, no, this isn't it. So this is what I discovered. For the past few weeks, I haven't been using a brush on my face. I've just been using my hands, and I can't even find my cognac sponge. Otherwise, I'd be using that, which is nice and soft. So when I use that, my face is actually okay. Where for the past few days, I've been using the brush and quite vigorously washing that and making sure the dirt comes out from makeup, from the dust and grime of everyday life. I find that it strips my oils, my natural oils from my skin. So even though I'm moisturizing, it's not enough. So what I end up needing to do is to top it up. So I did have some cream. It's a normal cream. It was Nivea cream. So I did put it on my face, and you know, and I moisturized it. But I found that really, really weird, and I never noticed that before, because I think for the longest time I've just been using my brush all the time. So I was so used to it, like when my face is dry, you apply a moisturizer. I just thought it was the product. So what I'm discovering now, that it may not just be the product, it could be how you wash your face and the tools you wash your face. So what I'm gonna be doing is, obviously I don't want to have, you know, the makeup really into my skin or all the dirt into my skin. So what I've now decided to do this morning, I think that when I come home from work, I go and I'll use the brush to wash my face. If I'm out somewhere and I'm using makeup, again, mainly at night when I come home, I would use the brush. But in the morning, because obviously apart from your night sweat maybe, your face is going to be pretty much clean. So instead of using the brush in the morning as well, just use my hands or a cognac sponge, which is softer, and see if that helps. So I'm going to be doing that and see if it makes changes, and I think it should make changes. If I still find my face is stripped a bit, then I might limit the amount of times I wash my face with the brush. Maybe I might use it 3 times a week or 4 times a week instead of every single day. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, you know what to do. The massive thumbs up. Let me know what tips that you like. Let me know what tips that you discovered for yourself. And if you've done a video or blog about it, leave it down in the links below, and I will definitely check them out. And be sure there will be more tips and tricks in the beauty and skincare range that I've either found out from other people or I've discovered myself what works for me, and I will be sharing, and I will share them to you. Anyway, guys, remember, be bright, be bold, be beautiful, and most importantly, be you. This is Anna Blog, Unapologetically Me.